I'm staying fairly high ahead of him because he's saving his energy from his orbital command for scanner support. I have no idea what he blew up there, but clearly he didn't like it. I think it was a second factory that he built by accident. Here I come. I'm starting my starports on my factories. I build tech labs because you can lift off your factory and move it somewhere else, and you still have the tech lab to drop your starport onto. It saves you 25-30 seconds on the build time of that, which allows you to build the end tier units. And my factory going off and landing to build a second tech lab for my second starport. What about now? He's sending over his 7 Marines, it looks like. 8 Marines and 1 siege tank to assault my base. Now I have 2 Marauders and 4 Marines, and that's kind of a losing battle right there, especially since I never upgraded there. Impressive shot. So, I sit here, waiting for him. Almost. Oh, I do end up killing that Marine. It's the first real casualty of firing that SCV. I don't know if you saw earlier, but I sent an SCV down here to build a command center. I like that second base removed from my own as opposed to my natural expansion. It's just nicer in the natural expansion. I find it's harder to defend than these nice little choke points that you can build on right up here. So he's scanner sweeping, or scan sweeping, whatever the hell sweeping. Scanner sweep my bunker in order to siege tank it, but he only has 2 of them, and I suppose when he has both of them planted it'll be more effective, but as it is, it's not doing much, and his units back there are just sitting there. He's not really pressing the offensive. I moved 3 Marines out here. I'd like to be able to just rush the siege tanks on the off chance that he moves them forward. Just try to get one out. And then, seeing that probably won't happen, I'm going to move them down here so that they can ambush siege tanks when they move forward, since the Marines will probably get in before them. And that way I can take them out as they go into siege mode and not have to worry about them. 2 starports now up. I build Banshees and Vikings. Vikings are great against Terran because if they lift off their buildings, the Banshees can't do anything, but the Vikings can go back into air mode and take them out very quickly, do a ton of damage. He's still being kind of a bitch about his whole attack. See if I can do that with the Banshee, but that's not going to happen. If you look at the units, he's only slightly ahead of me in terms of units, and none of them are in his base. They're all outside, which is good if you're going to attack, but if you're just going to stand there and do nothing, it's not very effective. Now I have a couple air units and a decent-sized ground force, and I could probably take them out if I knew that he couldn't scanner sweep. However, I don't. So I hang back and hope that I can build a couple more of these before he presses in or sweeps again. Let's look at the income. His is down a lot. He's moving over. Actually, he's just down a couple SCVs because he sent. And I'm using all of mine on mules and just mining the hell out of this. So I'm up almost double, maybe even triple his production, depending on that. You can see I send over these units back into space, but I get distracted by the movement down here. And here comes his offensive. It's not very well planned. So there we go. Now he can all the units. The siege tanks right there. The siege quick beating of the base. All going down. But I suppose he knows nothing about it. First advances almost 0, which is extremely nice for me because I have a second base unlike him. Ooh, there, sticky mouse. So I start rebuilding, knowing that this base will probably be taken out, but at the same time he doesn't have any production, so it'll give me a second advantage. Second start of the match. Each other in all assault and then have to rebuild. before he takes out all my units in my factory, I build 2 more starports so that I can have those higher tech units without... here, but somehow they all died. I'm assuming it was now he's just away slowly. He should have and didn't. He cleared his base. I just lifted off my Vikings. Stop building so the Banshees take out everything else. I'm gonna try to get up the command center. Lifts it off. So I'll take both of these Vikings over there to take it down. My base that had to die. My back. That's missile turret that I was so excited to build because I constantly hear attack. Looks like they got a couple shots in it. Proved slightly worthwhile. And I went with the command center down. I spent all my energy there on mules over here just to try to get in some last minute resources. As you can see, his income is 0, and if you look at his resources, he has just enough to build... Oh, looks like he already built a command center, but regardless, he's down a ton, and I'm up a couple thousand. At this point, I'm not really paying attention. I'm rebuilding down here while this thing's about to attack this command center, and I never actually see it die. If we look at what I see, this is my point of view while I was playing. I'm focused on rebuilding down here, just getting everything back up and running, and I don't see the command center blow up. So I think it escaped somehow.
Additional supply depots required.
Another one right down here.
Additional supply depots required.
With it, and he's attempting to rebuild, but as you can see, I have a commanding lead in terms of building production resources, and the units left alive. A couple Banshees will take out a group of Marines quite easily. I follow his flying barracks this way to find his new base, which I assume is right outside of mine because what else could it be? I suppose. I don't really know how I knew it was there. I just assumed. These Vikings still not really doing much. Again, first game in a long time. Attention span was quite low. Or quite something. Send the Banshees on an attack patrol route. I blew up a bunch of units to them so that they can find out where he's placed his stuff. I just clicked randomly on my menu to figure out where they were. As you can see, things are kind of dumb, so they'll go up there, go back down, and attempt to follow their orders. Meanwhile, my Vikings are still searching for that missing command center. So I know it's somewhere over here, but it turns out it wasn't. Again, I just clicked randomly 20 times. Well, my 3 Banshees. Those first 3 Banshees that I built. To take out units. I'm all over here. I've got a ton of units built. A group of Marines. And mostly luck strategy for that.